Ugh, ugh. I am giddy with my 5 stars. It's just, I wasn't even looking. It's really kind of funny because I just figure, well, I'll never be five again. And, I said, what the heck? After about an hour of knowing it was there early this morning, I checked it out and it said five, and I was like so excited. So I will rest on that laurel for at least 24 hours and enjoy it because, as we know, things can always go awry. Awry with the ratings, right? So I'm very, very excited. And so, as I record this, it is the um, last week of March, first week of April, and I feel like the five was like in a basket. 5 eggs, 5 beautiful Fabergé eggs. And as any of you know who have gone from a low rating, whether earned or not, to have to crawl back out of that hole and get back to five, it takes a while. It takes a lot of humility, perseverance, and just gumption of getting out there and doing it again and again. So I've been reading comments from people that I know live all over the United States and Canada, and the last couple of weeks have been kind of slow. And who knows? Did they refill the positions all over, getting new Instacart shoppers out there, or did they? Is it just a slow time because taxes are due and rent is due, mortgages are due, car payments are due, and it's just been an expensive couple of weeks? Who knows? All I know is that I just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm about 100 to 100 plus off of what I usually make for the amount of work that I put in during the week. I get up early, as you know, and I do my videos, and then I'm ready. I'm dressed and ready at 6:30 for batches because sometimes they drop them quite early, and so I will head to one of them. I do know that when I began watching other Instacart shoppers, Jen was my go-to for a lot of the things, Jen on the go. And one of the things that she has always said, not only no tip, no trip, but also looking for that larger tip in the order and being patient and waiting it out for an order that shows that there's a customer there that values the work of a good shopper. And you don't have to be a 5 star shopper to be a good shopper, because that fate is out of our hands when somebody deals us one of those 3 star blows. But, you know, when somebody recognizes the shopper's worth and puts out a tip, it's not a tip bait thing like I had with that yo-yo from the island last week. It's they appreciate your value. And I will go on record to say that whenever I get a little cash something when I deliver, there's an envelope or somebody passes me something, they always say, I tipped you in the app as well, but this is a little something extra. And it's such a nice validation. Forget that it's $2 or $3. It's a nice validation on top of the $8, $9, $10 they left you in the app. And I love it. And, it's kind of funny because older women, maybe with 5 or 10 years more than me, I'm 70, so they're like 75 or 80. They put in an order and they have kind of an old fashioned name and they only need like 8 to 15 items. I can always tell that they're just a nice older person. They tip, they know the value of that. They just want these few items. That's all they need. They kind of probably eat the same thing. They have the good foods and they have a couple of treats. Like a lot of them love pretzels for some reason. Um, and so, you could just tell that they value somebody that will pick out their items. I look at food and items in the store as sacred, right? To me, it's just a sacred sort of thing that somebody is entrusting us to get their produce. I mean, that's an important thing, right? Nobody wants soggy, funky, tubs or bags of like lettuce or spinach for their salad, and it's wet and mucky at the bottom. Or same with strawberries. Nobody wants um, that rotten strawberry that almost goes in the center sometimes, and that fuzz is around it. You really have to check out the produce very carefully, because sometimes the damage is kind of hidden. You can kind of see it, but do a look-see, when you're picking it up. And I always check the bottom. And if the bottom liner, is like red on the raspberries, that means that it's kind of leaky and old. And I try to find one of those little pads that's underneath it, to be clear of any other color but the white. And so we take special care with these people because they entrust us to do a good job for their sacred items. I mean, that's how I look at it. I'm not just throwing stuff in a bag like, the wide noodles, and you throw it in the bag and half of them get cracked in half. I don't do it that way. I'm not, careless. I doubt that you are too. And so it means a lot. And as I say every single day, when I walk into the store, the grocery store, I'm walking in the store with 5 stars in mind. I'm not looking to do, a yucky order for somebody. I'm looking to give people the quality of items in the condition that they hope they're in, from picking the items and putting them gently in the cart to the conveyor belt to putting them in the bag. I still want to jump at a bagger that puts the grapes in the bottom and then starts loading things on top of them. It's like, it's like a Bounty ad, with the spill and it. They show it slow motion. No. So, I get to bag a lot of my groceries now. I don't know why. Sometimes when I shop early in the morning, or then that noontime when it's very, very busy and you end up bagging your own because anybody that bagged for somebody else has been called to a register. And so I take special care. And it's great when you have a bagger that's conscientious. Sometimes you can't put conscientious and bagger in the same sentence. And so it's great when it ends up that way. And you can, just rest assured that these sacred items are, being bagged with the same care that you shop for them, and you're going to deliver them so then the person can then use them. So, that's what's on my mind this morning, is being a five star. Again, it could be brief, who knows, but I will treasure it today as I shop for the people and know that it was a hard won return. And I will never, ever be cavalier about that rating, even if it's unfair and unwarranted. I will never be cavalier about it. I will take these 5 Fabergé eggs and I will treat my day with just a gentleness and a professional way of doing it. This has been Sarah, Instacart, Pearls of Wisdom. I'm so glad you're here, and have a great shopping day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.